Check. Mic check 1 2. Yes, sir. You already know we here. The New Yorker Network. I'm here with my brother Louie Minaya in the building. My brother is here.
Nick was popping, man.
Queens in the building. Yes, sir. Yo, happy to see you, my brother. It's been a minute. I
know, man. With this coronavirus, you don't know ahora quien está afuera, who's outside, who's inside.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the
bro.
industry people are hiding right now. It's like they don't want to step out.
Yo, first off, how long ago it's been since you started, bro? Like,
I'm in a debate with myself, Matt, a lot of times when I think about when I actually started, because I remember still being like in high school and getting into what it is to DJ. Yeah. So it's either when I came out of school or like when I was already like out of like maybe 20, you could say. Because I remember, representing and doing hooky parties and, being in school and not really, So then we would say I'm 32, 14 years.
Damn, it's been a minute.
And I do not want to say that because I feel old. That makes me feel really old.
Yeah, I don't think. I probably got some old viewers in here. But, so when you started DJing, you was coming up doing hooky parties and all that. You started DJing in what, with team bashes and all that stuff?
Yeah, so here in Queens, and aside from the city promoters, that I started working as a promoter with them, handing out flyers, trying to make $1 at that time, because besides me working like, where I worked at when I was like 16 in the barbershop, I seen that back in the day, the promotion was all advertisement through flyers. So I started doing the whole handing out flyers. As a matter of fact, somebody that I met when I was about that age, like 17, 18, was Flipstar. He used to be in 181st handing flyers too.
Oh, word. So I got the inside scoop. Flip. Find out, bro.
So I was handing flyers. I used to do some spots in the Bronx, some spots here in Queens, especially Staten Island, Jersey. And I was part of the street team. Right. With a lot of these promoters who I met later. Well, at that time, then later helped me with my career. Okay. So that's kind of like where my scene as a DJ, I kind of had a little upper hand.
So you said, you was just talking about it in the barbershop. Where you used to work, you used to cut hair and stuff like that? Or?
Well, I was trying to find, my first job, I was trying to find what I wanted to do, Yeah. You have to make money. My mom and my dad wasn't giving me money for anything. So for me to buy those sneakers I wanted, for me to buy that shirt that I wanted, I needed to buy and work, put that work. And I got my first job in the barbershop, which I was like sweeping, picking up whatever food, and then learning. So that was how I was like hands on. The barber would be like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I'd be like, "Okay, cool. How you do it?" And I was just my friend or whatever. I'll try to cut the hair.
Yeah, for as long as I know you though, like even when I met you, I seen like you was the hustler type. Like you was always going for the next big thing. And like even when Corona started, I saw that you had like them jet ski rentals and stuff like that. You was fucking with that.
I just gotta get on it right now, Like that's how you have to adapt to the changes,
Right. So as you coming up and like what'd you start doing first? Like private parties or like regardless, you started private parties.
Private party. So my thing was like I was doing house parties and I was doing cookie parties. A lot of the house parties that they were hiring me for, I would just be like, pay my cab and that's all I want. Facts. So I'm there.
That's how I was too, not gonna lie.
At that time when that happened, I was already living in an apartment building in the 4th floor, no elevator. And I had all my equipment there. So I had to bring each speaker to the 1st floor to go get my other stuff, to bring it down, to have everything down, to wait for the cab, throw everything in the cab, and then get to the spot and do the whole setup all over again, And then I was just like, I'm practicing in the house. I want to test my skills in front of everybody, which I felt the reason that everything as a DJ before I said, all right, I got it, I could do this, was the reaction I was getting from the people, the crowd, my friends, and yeah. So I was like, I could do this. Everybody's having a good time. Yeah. There was other people around that time that was starting too, that they wasn't really getting it. So then when I got on, I saw the change, and then I said, you know what, I need to continue and I need to go by this route. Like, this is what I want to do. Yeah. There's something here. Yeah. Especially when I got my first $100, I was like,
Yo, and that, even like when you was working in the barbershop, like how much you was getting paid, like
I used to get 100 the whole week.
Jeez.
Right, and then I will make money off tips. So if I cut somebody, they'll give me $10. That's an extra 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always trying to learn and get somebody to do a haircut. Or if somebody wants food, oh, Louie, go pick me up this and that. And I was like, all right, cool. And then they'll be like, here's 5, here's 2, you know?
5.
And all that added up, you know? But then it's like a year went by. I was like, I don't think I want to be a barber, because as a barber, you're there in the barber shop from the morning to the night. You're there 7 days. So many people have different schedules. You don't even know. Yeah, I was like, this is not for me.
Nah, yeah, it's crazy.
Not for me.
And there's a lot of standing and all that
Yeah.
Yo, so now we go a little further along the line. We're talking about radio, right? When, like, how'd that go about? How'd you start with the radio and stuff?
With the radio, I think
But you was playing on radio, right?
Yeah, I got to do the radio. Recently, I'm not in the radio anymore. I still have it in the IG, because I was thinking of maybe this summer trying to, go back in. But when that first came about was like about 4 years ago. You could say 4.5, to be exact. I remember it was before June. At that time, Bad Bunny had like a tour here in New York.
That was real early in his career, though.
Yeah, really early.
I seen the pictures that I had posted.
Yeah, I was with him actually at his first booking he had in Capelli's. They gave him he was charging $3,000, and it was because a friend of mine reached out to his DJ and was like, yo, we want, he did the first song with Arcángel, so it was that, and we reached out to him, to the DJ, and then just said, yeah, I'll go with him. It's $3,000. And it didn't go well. It was packed, but it was because it was like he only had one song and then another, and that's it,
Yeah,
and
people ain't really know who he was at that time.
Yeah, Spanish trap was just like getting popping,
Yeah.
And not to go back where the radio came about was at that time when I was already like working with promoters and other DJs to do parties. He had like a little, Bad Bunny had a tour. At that time, he was really good after the Capelli thing. Maybe like 3 months after, he did La Boom. I was already resident there. I was with him there. I was with him at Mama Juana, which is literally across the street. And then I was with him at Studio Square. And somebody, one of the directors of the radio was at Studio Square. And, I know her. I already knew her. But she's like, oh my God, like I got to get in contact with him, She spoke to me, and then that's when she said, are you willing to jump in? But you're not going to get airtime. You're going to come in as like, to
like a street team.
Yeah,
street
like team promotions. And I was like, I don't mind. I mean, I do what I do in the streets, but that's fine. I'll pay my dues and do what I have to do and figure out where I fit there. Because me being Dominican and speaking Spanish, I don't speak proper like 100%.
Nah, yeah, we got that campesino.
Yeah, exactly. So I already figured, I'm like, you know what? I got to figure out how, it's a blessing to work, in a big industry, in a big company like that. And that's something that as a DJ, people want to get to that, it's like that level.
Yeah, that's
and
like
I said, of course, yeah.
It's like a goal for everybody.
Exactly. So that's why I felt like, you know what? I've done this, I've done that. I traveled. I've been so many different places. I've been doing so much. I think it's fine. Let's go. Let's do it.
And it hasn't only been La Mega, right? You played in 93, was it 93.1?
No, I did pirate radio, which is a couple of like underground radio. I did a couple of them, and then I did one also in Long Island, which I was there before too. But that one I wasn't too much hands on. They wanted like mixes. I'll go mix. I'll send them pre-recorded mixes, and then it worked out pretty dope. It was cool.
So as we talking about residencies, right? With La Boom and all that stuff, like how'd that come about too? Like even getting to know those people, like
the whole thing was as a DJ in New York, on with what I experienced, and I feel like I've had an upper hand compared to another DJ that's just trying to come out. Like let's say somebody comes from another state or somewhere, and they're just like, yo, I'm gonna DJ, and they're gonna go out. I feel like I had like a connection, like a connection. I mean, like a relationship with a couple of promoters, where like not, you could say a friendship,
like network, a really good network.
Yeah. So at that time, I was working with Cesar Cabrera, which is he was an owner of a club years before called Metro, and I was helping with the promotion, and he had me. It's funny, he had me as a busboy there before. So before he closed, I was his first call, and I helped him bring down everything there.
Right.
So when as a DJ, that I told him I'm gonna DJ, he worked with me. He was like, yo, I like the way he DJs. He brought me into La Boom. 9-10 years ago when they opened, that he took the night, because that club was supposed to be more like of a Mexican spot, but they started opening up to the promotion where it is like to cater to everyone,
right?
Open format,
yeah.
And that's where Cesar brought me in, and then I did my thing there. So they kept me there.
So
So
Cesar, he sounds like he's played a big role in what you started.
Yeah, he has, well, like Andrew, MTS, which is another promoter that was booking me from the Team Bashes. Remember when Team Bashes used to be good?
Yeah.
So he was working with me.
I mean, majority of the time I was always in the Bronx with the Team Bashes. I was in a team called F2D, and it was with like Fully Equipped. Well, I wasn't Fully Equipped was here, and then it was I don't remember the names, bro. It was so long ago, bro. But I was in like Blue Villa, Morocco when it came out, Sofa Lounge, stuff like that. I was more in the Bronx, and then when it came to like Queens, bro, this was like this was like a far land to us. It was like, yo, like
the train.
We ain't get this far. On my team. Yeah.
Talking about Sofa, I've been to some Team Bashes there. That's when I started listening to Danny more. Yeah, because Danny was there.
Who? Danny S. Yeah.
I mean, even though it was far, I learned, at a young age before that, I would take the mission.
And that club's been named like 50 names, bro. It's like Jet Set. It's a whole bunch of shit, bro. So it's crazy how the times now coming to, this time and age, how do you feel? Has it been difficult for you? Corona's made it difficult for all of us.
Yeah.
But has it made it really difficult for you at all as a DJ? I mean, it's not the only thing you're doing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, right now, I learned to like not only depend on DJing. You should, not saying that, I never thought 6 or 7 years ago that I'm gonna look at DJing like I thought I was gonna be 50 years old DJing.
Right.
It's crazy because of Corona. I got a different perspective. Like, damn, I need to have a second hustle. I need to set myself up, But I mean, I kind of already have before doing other things because I like to be busy.
Yeah.
But I mean, then over here, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You really need to get into opening and doing other, opportunities where your income is going to come, because this is not essential. People are going to be,
So as we talking about other incomes, this summer I met with you, and it was you, Pereira,
Andrew, and there's a Halo too.
So I opened up what's called Boulevard 93. How'd y'all lead up to that? Like, how was that process and all that? Like,
going back to with the promoter thing, Andrew was a promoter that I met with years ago. He was the first one to put me on to Remy, which was a big club around here in Queens and Denmar's. And the main promoter, which was Willie, he didn't really want to mess with me, but Andrew gave me the upper hand to kind of like get in there. And I made I did my debut, and he liked it. From there on, Willie helped me out as well as into like helping to market myself. And with Andrew being a friend of mine as a promoter from before, he came up to me after last year and said, hey, look, we were doing business. And he's like, you know what? Are you willing to invest? And then that's why I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, we got to see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And when I went to see it, that's something that I was interested in. And I remember Pereira always being in my ear, Halo being in my ear, like, yo, whatever you got to invest, let me know. We got to do something. I was like, all right, cool. We do something. And then, I brought them in. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And things went about. And we had it right before coronavirus. We did not know this was going to happen.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like with the virus, it kind of, you could say.
That it set our back? It set our back a little bit?
It kind of helped us because we were like the ones that kind of were like, okay, we're going to do it. Let's make it happen.
Right.
Not scared, not, taking the risk on making it happen. And people were paying attention to social media.
Yeah.
Which is what we took control of.
Yeah, and they got real hot, like literally right before like everything started closing down and all that. there was a good point in time where I went in the summer and it was like, yo, this rooftop is lit. I was posting videos on my story and people was like, yo, where's that rooftop at? Where is that? And
we
I'm
have
like,
people coming from Jersey, Bronx, everywhere. I mean, as a DJ, you know what I'm saying? They want to hear you play or they want to show you love. Like, I feel like now, sorry to cut you off, but I feel like now everybody is more like, it's a different experience than before. The social media sells them something and then they just want to be there because it's like whatever they see.
It's like a hype type.
A hype, yeah. Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
that's
different.
And then Boulevard 93 called that hype. It was like, whoa, it's quick.
Whoa, we gotta go. And
and especially the drinks y'all was selling, and you had your own drink. It was a Minaya Madness.
Yeah,
I didn't even get a chance to drink it. I went and I wanted to try it, but I tried all the other ones and I didn't even get a chance to try it.
We were doing it like we were trying to do like a promotion thing where it's an exclusive time, so you have that week to get it, and then we make you wait like 2-3 weeks, and then
it's all fire though, because it's all like, people wouldn't think of doing things like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all jump out of the box, out of the ordinary, and y'all tackle some new like some new like journeys and stuff like that. So it's cool that you can actually do stuff like that. So now, planning ahead, are there any goals for you like is there anything planned that you want the people to know about? Or I mean, if you want to talk about it, I know, but
as of right now, something that I haven't really put out there is I've been speaking about getting into producing and getting into laying music out, because if you see right now, some DJs already ahead of themselves and they're doing that. They're getting into doing music. They're getting into putting their names and tracks and getting that how you call it, when you make money,
like streaming type thing?
Streaming, making money off streaming, because you own the rights to that song,
right?
A percentage, even, because you could get an artist and give the artist
royalties, basically.
Royalties. There you go. And that's money that's gonna come,
yeah.
So that's something that I feel like I could stamp my name also by getting into that flow, which is producing, working with artists, because sometimes some artists have heat, but they don't know they don't want to release it, or wait, maybe I could get this New York DJ that you
team up with people, see how it goes, and just move forward from there.
Yeah, and the artists are just throwing music all the time.
And and especially like new up and coming artists, they hungry because they want this stuff to work out. So it's like, I need to work with somebody, and like I think that's good. I think that's a good idea, because as we see, like Pereira, he be putting out his own music with, he's like his guaracha is guaracha. His you got like Mega J, he got that Cinchotea, and he got them bowls going, and them shits is
but
crazy.
Mega J got that energy.
Yeah,
so
he got that energy.
Fits that category and what he does, and people are gonna. Not New York people now, everybody in particular. The world, because streaming is going to bring him out there. So
it's crazy. Nah, I definitely think you should definitely get into that.
That's my next move and my next goal, where I feel like, even though, let's say, for example, there's DJs that I used to look up to and I used to see that were like not competition, but I feel like I don't see that right now. I don't see the 15 other DJs that are in the same. Right now, it's less DJs now, and then
definitely is
way much less DJs, and then now you look and you're like, I mean, there's a lot of DJs,
there's a lot of
but
DJs,
I mean, like the DJs that will be standing out, and there's less of them, and then now the older DJs, when my generation, you could say, I felt like if they would have got on that, they wouldn't be able to stamp that and still be in the scene.
Right. Yeah. So, for as a young DJ, any advice for somebody coming up? I know you being on the radio and all that. You work with sponsorships, corporate people and stuff like that. Any advice on a young DJ trying to get up and get some corporate deals and stuff like that, or even sponsorships?
The best way that I feel that is gonna work for anybody trying to get up is like the new DJs right now. They just got to work on making sure that their craft is on point, like practice, do what you have to do, network 100%. Because you know, when you also have to bring some, like, what I mean by practice and your craft, like, let's say for right now, everything they're looking for is social media. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need, I could say you don't need the radio, obviously.
Yeah.
So you have a big following on Instagram for whatever you do, that you DJ, that you play songs, that you work with artists, and you have your platform,
right,
and your social media to back you up. You could get those like labels. You could get those sponsorships,
right,
from different, you know, even if you do, all the DJs are watching you do your video scratching. What you do that's different, or that you practice and you show people, and people are entertained. Then that's gonna bring you into wherever you want to go and get further.
Right.
From what I've seen is, because I see, like, for example, some people that do funny videos. You know, they do funny videos. Because I seen Cass, a friend of mine, you know, DJ, good DJ, but he got into the funny videos. Then he got the following, and then he did the Scooby-Doo Papa.
And then that went worldwide, and then...
That's it. But it was the Scooby-Doo Papa, from having the people view it and laugh about it, that got him...
Yeah, and it was all a joke in the beginning.
It was a joke.
Like,
he was just joking around.
And this shit blew up.
He was making fun of another song. He was making fun of another person that did a freestyle. He made fun of that freestyle.
Oh, nah, yeah, that one European dude.
Yeah, the European. Yeah, he was like, he was making fun of him because he's funny.
And that video blew up, man.
And then you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, what you're good at.
Yeah.
And he went for it, and the social media, and got him where he's at. And right now I don't see him like that, but when I do pay attention, I'm like, whoa, like, he still got.
Nah, yeah, he got. I think it went platinum or something like that.
Yeah.
I forgot what happened to this, but the song definitely blew up. Me as a young DJ, I'm taking that advice. That's why I asked, you know, and especially I know I got some viewers watching too that are DJs. They definitely, you know, take stuff into consideration. So again, I appreciate you for giving that advice. You know, some people, you got to pay for that. So
yeah, no. You know, was another thing I wanted to say. A lot of times now, people are, I don't want to bash the radio, like, you know, but I feel like now just is changing. Yeah, we're going through a change. Everything is streaming. So, you know, like, do your own do you like what you're doing right here? Yeah, do that. Yeah, because you get it popping. Like, whoever's watching, people that are gonna be watching later, they're gonna know. And that's just gonna grow. And you know, when you give people good content, like, they don't have to worry about commercials. They don't have to worry about, like, interruptions, or you have what people want to see. They're gonna be like, you know what, I gotta go. Like, yo, I don't have to listen to. Look, I got this right here. He changes the music all the time. He puts interesting stuff all the time. Like, I don't have to, you know.
But you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you a story, because, you know, I'm going to school now. I go to school for media. And, you know, I'm taking a couple classes. And we learning about I think it's mass communication, right? So in mass communication, they teach you how the radio and everybody on the radio gets paid. And basically, is advertisements. That's the only way. And even the newspaper gets bad because they get paid with advertisements, and that's because at one point in time the government was in charge of media. And, you know, that's like censorship and stuff like that, because the government, they want you to, like, see what they want to see. Like, if they, like, all right, let's say I want to be president, right? And I'm part of the government, and I put that in the newspaper, in the radio all the time. Basically, like Hitler, it's like dictatorship. So that's how radio and the newspaper, there was a big change, and I forgot what year it was, but they started involving advertisements. They started involving commercials in the radio. And, like, I think radio was just coming up at that time. And then TV came about. And even it was crazy, bro. Just learning about that shit in class, I was like, damn.
But you look at that now. If you have your own channel on YouTube, you get paid because the advertisements want to be in your channel because you got all the subscribers and all the viewers. Yeah,
with sponsorships, it's a little bit different because, you know, that's something that you do. Now we have social media. That's something you do on the side. Like, if me right now with my podcast, I don't got commercials right now when, like, you know, they're in my podcast and stuff like that. But if it was radio, you're right. it'd be a whole different story. I'd probably have to, advertise for Ford or Toyota, Lexus dealers and whatever, and but from what I heard, they give pretty good deals. I'm not gonna lie.
They pay good. They give you, you know what I'm saying? They give you that, and you have to wear the gear. Because I got offered sponsorship many a times.
Yeah.
Even when with my application, in the beginning, which right now my application is nothing crazy. It's nothing. Basically, it's there. But I was getting $100 check.
But application isn't what? Oh, you got an app?
I have an app.
Okay,
yeah.
like so, DJ Lobo type thing?
Yeah, but I had gotten it, but I stopped messing with it when I jumped in the radio because they didn't want you to advertise something against what their app is. Okay. So I stopped advertising.
Okay. I see.
They want you to push their app.
I see.
You're over the radio, you push their app.
Gotcha.
That's a little insight why Lobo's not left Mega because of his app. So
okay, it makes sort of sense.
Yeah.
Though.
So the whole thing is with that with my app, I was getting like $50, $100 check. 50,
See, so I was trying to look into apps. I gotta look into it. It's a little bit more technical than what I thought it would be. I thought, but that's what I want to do because right now I wanted to upload the interviews with the mixes on like YouTube and stuff like that, and YouTube just kept taking me down, copyright claims or whatever, and I was like, all right, cool. So I just upload the interviews now, which is what I'm trying to do, like catch up. But I want to bring people an app where they could, listen to the music, and same thing with like the Lobo app where it's like different DJs, and all that stuff. So with the videos and all that, and make it in one place. Cause I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I got Twitch. I'm running Twitch. Then after Twitch and we record here, this goes to Apple and Spotify and Google Play. So when they listen, that's like forever type shit. So I feel like it's a lot. There's a lot going on, and I feel like if people could just go, this is why this is so. This is why the phone is so famous because, bro, you could literally, I swipe up right here and we could buy basically whatever we want. We could go find it's all here in the palm of our hands. It's so quick, bro, and that's why so much people have gotten lazy, and we got a whole bunch of lazy people in the world, bro. But I don't know.
The industry right now is completely different. Yeah. Even when it comes to the club scene, I don't know. I don't know if I should blame Instagram. I don't know if I should blame the hookah or the bottle girls. I don't know. Who knows, bro? I just know that when I used to go out before, I used to DJ, and the ambiance and the way people used to be around was a different kind of energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you go now, everybody's, you just got to see how much people go like that, and that you're doing.
Yeah, you see a little video, of a whole bunch of people in the room, and they be like, damn, where you at? I'm in that place. Like, all right, bet, give me 5 minutes. I'm
yeah, no, you're doing good when the girl's already like posting videos
with the hookah.
Yeah. You're like, okay, I'm doing good.
And you see all the bottles on the table like that.
Yeah, so it's like that's what I said too. I felt like, I could just stream from my house.
Yeah, that's why
making me get change, making me go drive and just leave me in my house, connect me up there, I'll stream from my house.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because I feel like I could have done the same energy being there, because I'm looking and I'm trying to get that energy. Because that's one thing as a DJ with me, what brought me into more connecting when I connected with the crowd. So I felt like
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my first experience. I want to tell you about my first experience that I said, I got to do this. I was already doing it, right? And I was DJing with a spot. It was dead. I remember. I left that spot, and at that time I was 19 to 20 years old, and I went to a Ramsack party. The old school. They did a party at some place called Live that was in Flushing, and I went in. You have to be 21. I know them because the house parties I've done with them before, so they always used to get me in. So they got me in. I'm 19 years old. Not even 21. It's a 21 and older party. I get there. When I get to the DJ booth, I saw Cass One. Cass One seen me before on the team party, so I was just standing there. Cass One is there like sweating, and everybody's just like feeling it, dancing, singing along. It's just like the music is loud. My friend passes me something. And I'm like, it's popping. Like, let's go. You know, I'm drinking. And then I did that. And then I'm there, like, in the stage, like, yo. And I'm just looking at Cass. And I'm zoned out. And I'm looking like, yo, bro, this is it. This is what I want to do. I want to have that control over the people, over the crowd, over the song, over the energy. This is what I want to do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that day, after that day, was just like change.
It's crazy.
I went for that. I was DJing the clubs. I DJed in Times Square. A couple of months from that day, just because of that day, I got to DJ in Times Square for New Year's Eve with a friend of mine in some spot called Hawaiian Tropics. That was in 2011 or 2012, if I'm exact. I remember, maybe it was a year after. My math is a little messed up right now, but I remember that changed everything for me.
Right.
That experience.
Yeah, it's always that one moment when it's like that breaking moment, bro. It's like
that was a change, the game changer right there. Because I was gonna stay doing baby showers.
Yeah, this is a baby shower.
And then that happened, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just don't stop. Don't stop. You know, right now I feel like if you have a chance and a time, just network, go speak to whoever you got to speak to. If you want to work somewhere, go to that place.
Right.
Speak to whoever. You came up to me and you came to Boulevard. He's like, yo. And I said, you got your computer? Let's go.
Yeah, and that's what I even before, like when I first met you, it was like.
We were supposed to work more.
Yeah, we were supposed to work more. I had booked him I booked you in Luxor.
Yeah, and I had fun that day.
Yeah, yo, we had a bug out, and then I was like, yo, I'm going to book you again.
You put me with Chucky 73.
Yeah, that day was crazy. That day was crazy, bro. That day.
I want to go back to that day because something slapped on me and I let it rock. And now I'm like, damn.
That shit was crazy. That day was crazy. But then on from there, I was like, yo, I got to work with Louie. Like, as soon as, like, I seen the hustle mentality and it was about the same thing as mine. Because, like, you seen I'm young. We both young. I mean,
I mean, people look at me, they think I'm younger.
It's the baby. It's the baby face. It's the baby face.
But I still gotta follow that because you know what I'm saying. Like but my thing is that I appreciate that because in the same time, like I told some of the DJs that I tell now, which is something that I saw recently. A DJ's doing his birthday party, and he's worried about what the other person's doing. I'm like, bro, if you were, and then if anywhere in the world thought that nobody else is going to try to do something on the same day that you're doing it, you should have reached out to whoever you thought was your competition and be like, let's work. Yeah. Instead of having to get mad or have something to say about somebody wanting to do something on the day.
Or if not, just work twice as hard as they are. And
in that day, and if they feel like they're a threat, then you know what I'm saying? Then
you got to step your game up.
You step your game up because it shouldn't be a threat.
Yeah.
I mentioned it, and then he was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Well, you obviously brought it up, so it's you know."
Yeah, thumbs up.
So in the same time, you know, you gotta like work together, which is something that I told a friend of mine recently because I was in his party and it was dead, and I told him, "Yo, don't get mad." I'm saying, you know, it's too many things are going on.
It happens.
Maybe you should have just like gotten and communicate with everybody else that's doing a party to be like, okay. Bro, you rock out Friday. You're gonna eat Friday. I'm gonna even go to your party and chill, and then Saturday you come to my party, chill, and then let me take Saturday. You make whatever you make on Friday. I'm gonna make on Saturday. And that's it. We all work together. We're gonna eat together. If not, you know what? Let's do it together Friday and then Saturday we and don't
just like feed off each other.
Yeah, because right now is everybody's not only the place is limited with the people, but the people are limited because not everybody's like. Wants to go out and be exposed. People still like in the damn, you know, I'm gonna catch the virus or whatever, and scared. But also, it's not cheap right now. People are just doing reservations per table. So when you go out,
and then in some places you gotta spend a certain amount of money.
Yeah, you can't buy one drink. You can't go. Oh damn, I got $50. Let me go just out. No, you gotta go out. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 150 or 100 because the bottle's 300. It's two of us. And we're going to go out. We got to get a table automatically. And people right now, some people don't got it like that. And
some people not even working at all. So it's like,
some people are depending on the Trump check.
Yeah. Well, we still waiting on that.
I think that's it. It's over, right? When is it that he's not going to be
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not even worried about. Well, I'm worried about it, but I'm not really worried about that. Whatever. It happens when it happens. But bro, again, I want to thank you, bro, for coming, bro. I'm still waiting for Pereira. Yo, Pereira, if you watching this, bro, I'm waiting for you. His birthday coming up soon.
That's on next Monday.
We're not gonna say where it's at. I don't think.
No. It's in La Boom.
Oh,
yeah, it's in La Boom.
Yeah.
So I mean, just get your tickets. You know, he has a ticket thing there. You could get a ticket and you could come. I mean, I'm gonna go. I changed my flight from Miami to go to stay.
Oh, so you're going later?
Birthday. Yeah. So
wait, you're gonna be in Miami?
Well, right now that's the works
for New Year's.
Yeah, because New York is like it's closed.
Not
so
yet.
We don't know.
Oh my God, Florida's gonna be ridiculous, bro.
I'm not a fan of the snow, which is coming tomorrow. I'm not a fan of none of that. So I'm working on.
I'm hoping it don't snow that bad tomorrow. I got an episode, so.
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing. I'm working on trying to get this going in Miami. That way I could have a good New Year's, and not be talking about that. He's calling me right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
but yeah. So I want to thank my brother Louie Minaya for being here. It's a great.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you here, bro. We're gonna rock out for an hour.
Definitely.
Stay tuned. Check it out. We on the New Yorker Network. This is episode 0. It was 11. Episode 11. I'm gonna just say 11, bro. DJ Louie Minaya, New Yorker Network. We're here. What's up?